doubles during the first year of life to become 70% of its adult size by the time a child is 1 year old. It's 80% of adult size by the time they're 3, and 90% by the time they're 5. People tend to be amazed when they hear these numbers. Also, you might emphasize that how children process new ideas and experiences depends on what they already know, because the more they know, the more ways there are for new knowledge and skills to stick in their brains. Fourth, the early disparities. Alert people to the fact that cognitive skill disparities between children from different racial, ethnic, and parental education, and even family income groups, the types of disparities that concern us during the school years, are very apparent in nationally representative data by the time children are 2 years old. But they are not written in stone. Working together, we can change the pattern and make the future more equitable. Fifth are the basics 3 gears. We use the metaphor of 3 interconnecting gears to describe how the basics approach helps communities support parents. The first gear is information. Information about child development and about ways of applying the basics principles. Helps families to benefit from the science. The second gear is encouragement. When trusted messengers encourage and support parents, it strengthens those parents' confidence, well-being, and motivation. And the third gear is reminders. When parents get reminders to use the principles, for example, from trusted messengers or from Basics Insights text messages, they're more likely to remember and follow through when life gets busy. Again, the gears are information, encouragement, and reminders. A goal of your local basics movement should be that parents of young children experience all 3 gears in support of all 5 principles in as many places around the community as possible. That's really the next point. Sixth, the basic strategy. The strategy is to reach parents through trusted messengers in community organizations across a variety of sectors, as well as in friends and family networks. Trusted messengers supply all 3 gears to help incorporate the basics principles into their lifestyles. Seventh, the tools. Let people know that there are tools they can use. Tell them about Basics Insights messaging and the toolkits with videos, tips, and workshops. And finally, a few words about the impacts we can have. One is higher rates of kindergarten readiness and later achievement. A widely cited study from the Brookings Institution reports that more than 80% of children who were well prepared for kindergarten continue to be on track with basics reading and math skills by the time they get to 5th grade. But fewer than half were among children who entered kindergarten unprepared. Another important impact is cost savings for school systems, especially when talking to business people. Emphasize the cost savings generated. When more children are better prepared socially, emotionally, and cognitively, there would be less need, for example, for remediation and behavior management resources. And finally, there's the impact on human flourishing. Getting a better start in life puts children on track for experiencing life more fully and contributing more productively than they otherwise would to their families, their communities, and the larger society. There you have it. Let's recap. First, the status quo is unfair. Too many families are missing out on the benefits of knowing about and applying the science that the basics principles encapsulate. Second, the basics principles. You need to learn the principles and be able to recite them from memory. Third, early brain growth. Remember the numbers, 70%, 80%, and 90%. Fourth, early disparities. Gaps emerge before the age of 2. Fifth, the basics 3 gears: information, encouragement, and reminders. Sixth, the basic strategy. Reaching parents and other caregivers through trusted messengers who use all 3 gears to help parents adopt the basics principles as a lifestyle. 7, the tools. We have an extensive toolkit so people don't need to reinvent the resources to play their roles. 8, the potential impacts. We're aiming for impacts on school readiness and achievement, on the cost to society when children arrive at kindergarten unprepared, and on human flourishing. If you watch this video a few times and take some notes, you'll be prepared to explain what the Basics movement is all about and why the people you talk to should get involved. Remember, what none of us can do alone, all of us can do together. Thanks for your commitment to children and families.